Okay, let me start recording. Okay. So we have almost everyone. A couple of students are still on the way. Okay. So let's talk about entrepreneurial activities, new venture strategy. Okay. New venture strategy. So in the last time, we talked about what? International business, right? International business. Okay. So international business, outside the box. We had a chance to think about outside the box. Why the outside box is important? Because it can reduce cost, can increase product differentiation at the same time. That's why people went to go outside. They try to find some opportunities. Okay. And the last time I was thinking if I need to talk about tariff, okay, tariff, because it is a big topic. It is a big topic in an international business. But I just, didn't talk about it because I didn't want you confused about it. But, this time probably we can talk about tariff a little bit, okay? Very basic things. Then we have a better sense about international business. But anyway, today topic is new venture strategy, entrepreneurial activities. Is very simple topic if you understand fundamental difference between new businesses and big corporations. Okay, so we're gonna focus on this difference today meeting. Then done. Okay. All right. So I just want to make sure if everyone is ready to go. Your audio, video, everything is all right. Please say yes. Okay. Great. Okay, let's talk about it. So some announcement. Your teamwork. We talked about this, right? So we are gonna do this chapter and the next chapter. We've done all the textbook sessions. Then we're gonna focus on simulations. So your teamwork is very, very important. Okay. And schedule 2 chapters and exam 3 and presentation 3 and round 1 at the same time. Okay. So presentation and round 1. Okay. Regular competition round 1 at the same time. Okay. All right. So this is your one quiz result. Okay. So average is a 6.61 out of 7. Great. Standard deviation is less than 1. Great. Distribution is perfect. Perfect. Okay. So based on these numbers and the previous numbers, I don't have any issue. Okay. So on my end, you are doing great. Okay. So keep up the good work. All right, then let's talk about the new venture activities, entrepreneurial activities. So let's take one case. There is a chapter 8 one case is now available. And I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Please go ahead on Canvas, take the chapter 8 one case. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. So please, when you're done, please type done. Let me know. We can save our time. Okay. All right. Okay. So many students already done. Okay, great. You're so fast. You're so fast. Okay. So anybody needs more time? Please let me know. Okay, McKenna, please go ahead. So one more minute. One more minute. You can take your time, McKenna, if you need. Okay. All right. Let's talk about it. Okay. So if you need more time, please just take it. Take it. Okay. So we can start too. All right. Number one, very simple question, right? Okay. Small business. We are talking about small business, entrepreneurial activities. Okay. Why do you care about small business? Because small business create the majority of new jobs in the US economy. It's very true. Okay. Many people say about 90% of new jobs are created by small businesses. Small businesses. Okay. But the fundamental question is what small business, how small businesses are different from the big corporations? This is a big, big question. This is a big, big question. Okay. So we'll talk about it. So number one is true. Okay. Number two, opportunity recognition is the process of identifying and selecting entrepreneurial opportunities. It does not, oh, it does actually. It is involved with the development of those ideas. So entrepreneurial process, opportunity recognition and commercializations. Okay, two process, opportunity recognition and commercialization. So commercialization is the development of those ideas. These two processes are closely interconnected, of course. Okay. Number three, the majority of entrepreneurial startups are financed with angel financing. We know this, right? We talked about entrepreneurial finance a lot. Okay. Usually, at the very beginning stage of startups, they use what? Borrowing money or family fund or whatever, something like that. Okay. Easily available fund. Then they can use angel financing. They can use venture capital or corporate venture capital. Okay. So in this order. Okay. At the very beginning stage of startups, they use what? Family fund or borrowing money from the bank. Okay. Then they can use angel financing. Okay. A step forward, they can use the venture capital and corporate venture capital. Okay. So we have good sense about this entrepreneurial finance, okay, sources, because we talked about venture capital, corporate venture capital too. Okay. Number four, venture capital funding for entrepreneurial ventures is usually available only after the startup has become a going concern and established a track record. Yes, it's true too. So venture capital is not usually immediately available for startups. They have a little bit growth, they have some numbers, then they can use venture capital funding. Okay. Number five, small business administration and government regulations prohibit SBA, Small Business Administration. This is the organization of government. Okay, SBA. They do many types of work. They provide some fund. They provide some networks. They provide some knowledge. They provide some support for small business. Okay, SBA. So if you are a small business, if you want to grow your small business, you need to use it. Okay, Small Business Administration, SBA. Okay, so SBA prohibits small business from bidding on government contract. No, that's not true. That's not true. Okay, so it's false. They support small businesses. Number 6, because new ventures are typically small, they usually do not have high economies of scale relative to competitors. The small, yes, it's true. It's true. Okay. So think about that small business. You need to understand this. Okay. Then everything's all right. Small business, they don't have enough resource compared with the big corporations. Then what they gonna do? They find a new market, niche market, because they cannot against big corporations. We're gonna talk about this. Okay. Number 7, a focus strategy. A focus strategy is very, very important for new ventures because they need a niche market. Niche market. A focus strategy must not include elements of differentiation. Must not. Actually, they do. They have to. Overall cost leadership in order to be successful. It doesn't make sense. It's false. Number 8, entrepreneurial new entry is often perceived as a competitive threat because most market needs are being met either directly or indirectly by an existing firm. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. Okay. So pretty simple, right? Because we have a good sense about entrepreneurial activities and entrepreneurial finances. So I'm not worried about this topic, okay, at the undergraduate level, but we still need to understand very clearly the difference between new ventures and big corporations. Then we have a perfect sense of entrepreneurial activities. Okay. Any question, comment? Okay, so let's move. So we are talking about new ventures. Okay. There are some types of entry strategies: pioneering, imitative, adaptive. It's very easy to understand. Okay. So pioneering, just new things. Imitative, imitation. Adaptive, a new way. Okay. And generic strategies, we already knew this: cost leadership, differentiation, and focus, but little different context in a new ventures. That's why we talked about this a little bit more. Okay, but if you understand the difference between small business and big corporations, then we don't have any problem. Then we want to talk about competitive dynamic analysis. This is a very simple, strong theory. So we want to talk about it. Okay, very simple topics. Where we are talking about new ventures. All right. So today's class activity, I was thinking about the design of today's class activity. Okay, Snapchat case. You already read this case, right? It's a very, very straightforward. So implication is really, really straightforward and obvious. So I don't want to have a team discussion about this Snapchat case, but I'm gonna point out some practical suggestions in your entrepreneurial activities. Rather than focus on this case, I want to talk about one more topic with the international business too. Okay, because the last time I was thinking about I need to talk about this one, but I just omitted because I didn't want you confused. So international business, we talked about in the last time, outside the box, right? Outside the box. Okay, outside the box. Okay. So outside the box creates chance to reduce cost, increase product differentiation at the same time. But there is a big topic in the regulation of international business. Tariff. Okay. This topic was so hot in the last USA administration, Trump administration, okay, between USA and China conflicts. Okay. So tariff was really, really hot topic. And also it's a big topic. Okay. But usually in general sense, tariff, there are some people, still discuss. Okay. But tariff, usually in the economic sense, tariff is not good because it destroys a societal value. It destroys effectiveness. It destroys efficiency. But when I asked about tariff, students didn't answer greatly, actually. So that's why I decided to present a very simple econ graph, econ theory. Probably you already knew this, but I just want to remind you why tariff is not good. Very, very basic idea with the econ 101. Then you can understand better about the international business. That's why I just present this topic at this time. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit tariff. Okay. Probably I need this. Okay. Can you see my screen? My note? Okay, Amari say yes. Okay. So let's talk about tariff. It starts with very simple graph. Everyone knows it. Okay. Supply, demand. Okay. Q, price. So quantity and price. Right? So everyone knows this, right? And this is what you know this. This is demand, this is supply. Right? Okay? So everyone knows this. So in a competitive market, okay, this is a price, right? So price star in the competitive market. Right? Okay. Then this side is supplies, consumer supplies. And this side is what? Supplier supplies. Okay? So this area can be understood as a benefit of total society. Okay? Then think about that tariff. You impose an additional tax. So the price will go up, right? If a government imposes a tax, then price will go up. So price will go this way. Price with a tariff. And price this way. Okay. Then your supply will be limited. Your demand will be limited too. Okay. Then your consumer surplus becomes this. Right? And your supply this. So actually we lost this weight, this area with this price. We say this area is dead weight loss. that we lose. So this is the area, this is the benefit that our society will lose with a tax, with a tariff. That's why people say tariff is not efficient. Okay, so in the international business, tariff is not good. It destroys efficiency. It destroys effectiveness. It destroys a societal value. Okay, so I wanna just remind you this simple theory, but it provides a lot of implications about the motivations of international business. Okay, so this is just from your Econ 101 class. So probably everyone understands why we care about international business. Okay, so I just want to remind you this with the international business topics. Okay, that's it. Okay, very simple, topic. All right, then. So today, Snapchat case, very simple case. So it happens a lot. Okay, it happens a lot. When you make a small business, okay, these kind of things happens a lot. Okay, because small businesses usually are not defined very well in terms of the rights, operations, and of the people. Okay, so sometimes if you have partners in your business, you have a better chance to have a problem with your partners. Okay, so the implication, this suggestion is very, very simple. Okay, very, very straightforward. This is a very, very practical advice. If you have a small business, especially in the very early stage, please hire a lawyer when you set up your company. When you set up your company, your business, please hire a lawyer. It has a cost, of course. Okay, hiring a lawyer is about how many? 3,000, 4,000. But it works greatly. It works. We cannot have a perfect contract with a lawyer, but it's still working greatly. So when you set up a new business, please hire a lawyer or CPA, accountant, business. Okay? It is working. Okay? And also, it's in general sense, when you generate a new business, okay, or new ideas, whatever, business ideas, have a new startup or in your job, even your jobs, you have new ideas about business. Okay, then you should recognize. Many studies says only 1% of raw ideas becomes commercialized. That means if you have 100 ideas, 99 ideas are just died. Okay? Nothing. Okay. One idea becomes survive, and it will be big hit if successful. Okay. So the reason I'm talking about this is, think about that. In your job, okay, you're a business leader, or you are an entrepreneur. You have, many ideas, okay, to create value. Then sometimes that idea can be accepted. Sometimes it will be rejected. If that idea is rejected, what are you gonna do? Just disappointed? You don't need to. You know this. Only 1% of new ideas are commercialized, successful. Then, if your idea is just rejected, only 1 out of 100, then it's natural. Then what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to have a new idea again. Then, sometimes you will have a successful idea. It will be a big hit that changes your life. That changes your life. This is a sort of, well, it's a sense about the entrepreneur activities. Okay? So don't be disappointed. Your ideas anytime can be rejected, but don't be disappointed. It's an ongoing process. You try. This can be applied in your job, in your business, in your entrepreneur activities. Anyway, okay, after graduation. So I just want to let you know this. Okay? All right? That's what I want to point out with the Snapchat case. That's it. Okay. So clear? So everyone understand that? Please say yes. All right, then let's move. Because we are familiar with this topic, we are a little bit speedy today. Okay? So entrepreneurship, new ventures, entrepreneur activities. Okay? So we know this field, okay? Because we talked about my papers too, right? So entrepreneur activities, why people take care of entrepreneur activities? Because they create value. Entrepreneur activities create value. That means they can reduce cost, they can increase product differentiations. Okay, but how? We'll see. Okay. So entrepreneurship involves value creation and the assumption of risk, of course. Okay. Then this is a really interesting question and fundamental question in this chapter. How startup ventures are different from the established corporations. Think about it. There are big corporations. They have a lot of resources. A lot. Okay. Not comparable. But small startups, they're always a lack of resources. Okay? But many people say startup ventures are more innovative, create more values. Why? Why not big corporations, small startups? You need to understand this. Why? So, what are the difference between startup ventures and big corporations? Why startup ventures are more innovative? Any idea? Please, anybody tell us why small startups are more innovative, great values. Yeah, you can tell me, you can type it either way. Okay, Ch8 says less committees, a little bit more specifically, Ch8. You can turn on your microphone, Ch8.
I was going along the lines of they're leaner, so they have less what you could call colloquially as red tape. So process like ideas can hit the ground running, and they can be a little bit quicker to adapt to a new environment since they're not kind of. I mean, the idea of path dependence kind of comes into play. larger corporations are going to be a little bit more stuck in how they do things, whereas small kind of ventures would be leaner and able to adapt in ways that those large corporations just don't have the mobility to do.
All right. So, new ventures organizational culture. Okay. They are more dynamic. Okay. And they are more agile. Okay. And more fast. So it can be. How about big corporations? There are small organizations. Okay. Like inside venture organizations. They also have innovative. They also have entrepreneurial organizational culture. But again, small startups are more innovative. Hi. Insightful. Ch8, thank you so much. Yes, leadership is very, very important in the entrepreneurial activities. But they still have, big corporations still have very strong and good leaderships too in many, many cases. Then we still see small startups have a more innovative performance. Why? A little bit deeper. Big corporations, a lot of resources. They are perfect to pursue higher level of innovations. But small business should usually lead the innovations, more innovative. Why? Ch8 was put out leadership, entrepreneurial leadership. So Will is typing something. I'm waiting. All right, great. Will, can you turn on your microphone?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, please tell us what you're thinking about.
So I was kind of thinking along the lines of if they're gonna create a new business, they're gonna have to have some idea that is new or differentiated from what's already out there in order to survive. So new businesses that ultimately become established do so because they offer something unique, if that makes sense.
They have to, right? The key point is they have to. They have to have their own market. Okay. So Will, great, insightful. Okay, Ch8. Thank you, Ch8. Thank you, Will. Okay, perfect answers. Think about that. Big corporations, they have everything. They have their own market. They have their own customers. They have their own internal business process. Everything, resources. So, what do they want? If you have everything, every world, then what are you going to do? I don't want to change it. Okay? I don't want to change anything. I just want to keep it. I'm going to, my best to just keep the change. Okay? So, big corporations, they do not want change fundamentally because they have everything. But small startups, small business, think about it. They don't have anything. They have to start from empty ground. Okay? Then they need to find a new market. They need to find a better way to make a product. They need to find a way to reduce cost. That's why they become more innovative. Okay? So product differentiation, reduce cost, and focus strategy, they need it. They have to do it. That's why they are more innovative. Okay. For example, this is a very interesting example. Microsoft, big corporations. Microsoft, everyone knows, right? If there is, it happens a lot actually. If there is a breakthrough discovery, breakthrough product that can change whole software markets, okay? New technology, okay, and available becomes in the market, then what Microsoft will do? If I am running a Microsoft, I'm gonna buy that technology. Then I'm not gonna use it. Okay? Put it in my bag. Then I will say nobody can touch it. Okay? You cannot touch it. Okay? I'm gonna try to hide it because I don't want to change. I am okay with the current market. I don't need a breakthrough innovations. So put it in my bag. Nobody can touch it. It is a main strategy, one of the main strategy of Microsoft actually. Okay. So big corporations, basically, fundamentally, they don't want to change. They want to change a kind of change, something like incremental, okay? Small steps of changes, not drastic changes. But new ventures, they don't have nothing. They don't have anything. Then they should have changes. More innovative. Then they can survive. That's why small startup ventures are more innovative, create more value. Yeah, great discussions. Okay. So if you understand these fundamental differences between small new ventures and big corporations, so everything will be clear. Okay. So did you understand this fundamental difference, then you can understand easily all the context of the entrepreneurial activities. Okay, great. Okay, all right then. So entrepreneurial strategy, opportunity, recognition, and commercialization. Okay, opportunity means product differentiations, chance. Okay, resource, we talked about that. Big corporations, small corporations. Entrepreneurs, people. Okay? Ch8 talk about it, entrepreneurial leadership. So these are three components of entrepreneurial strategy: opportunity, resource, entrepreneurs. Okay. Entrepreneurial opportunity is two phases of activity: discovery and evaluation. Okay. So opportunity recognition is process, discovery, and evaluation. We talked about that. Okay. Your idea, and sometimes it is rejected, so sometimes it is accepted, but it doesn't matter. You just keep going. Okay. These are process, discovery, and evaluation. Okay. All right, research. Multiple types of research, entrepreneurial resources. Okay. I already talked about this too. Financial resource, human capital, social capital, and governmental resource. At the very beginning stage of entrepreneurial activities, financial resource is very, very important. Money. Okay. So when I do some consultings with small startups, at the beginning stage, okay, financial resource is very important. After that stage, almost of all entrepreneurial companies talk about human capital, people. So money first and people. Okay, people. Okay, financial resource, we talked about that. Yeah. personal savings, family, crowdfunding, angel, venture capital. I'm not going to replicate this. Human capital, entrepreneurial leadership. Okay, should I talk about that? Strong, skilled management is necessary. More committees. Okay, and some societal support for small business. SBA, Small Business Administrations. SBA, this is a subunit of government organizations. Okay, it provides a lot of chances to have financial resources and human capital. Okay, for example, it provides SBA loans for small businesses, low interest rate, also better conditions and quick, the systems. So, if you have a small business, your dad, your mom, whatever, okay, if you are involved with a small business, you need to have a loan for small business. You need to contact with SBA. There are many networks, a lot of networks about SBA loans. Many commercial banks actually deal with SBA loans. There are a lot of loan officers to take care of this. Okay, so SBA loans. If you don't have any connection, so if you need any help, okay, with your family or whatever, let me know. Let me know. Okay, I'll let you in this network. Okay, entrepreneurial leadership, more committees. Yes, courage, belief in one's convictions, energy. Okay, and better vision, dedication, and commitment. Yes, of course. Entrepreneurial strategy is easy. You just read this, then you can understand that. Okay. Entrepreneurial strategy, entry strategy, pioneering new entry. Probably we have this. Yeah, pioneering, creating new ways. Okay, new ways to solve problem. Imitative new entry, imitations, capitalizing on problem market success. Adaptive new entry, capitalize on current market trends. Okay, so it doesn't have any problem. Again, we can apply generic strategies, reduce cost, increase product differentiations with a focused strategy in the context of new ventures. Okay, but in the new ventures, okay, more innovative, that means more product differentiation strategy will be more focused. Okay, rather than overall cost leadership strategy. Why not cost leadership strategy? Because big corporations already have a good resource, good fundamentals. So they have a better chance to achieve cost leadership strategy. Okay, something like economies of scale. Okay? So differentiation strategy and focus strategy. Niche market. Finding a niche market is very important in the context of new ventures. Okay? Combination strategy is good, but still, we talked about that, right? The risk of being stuck in the middle. Okay. All right, then competitive dynamics. A simple, strong theory. New entry threatens existing competitors. Competitive dynamics helps explain why competitive strategies evolve and how to respond. So basically, competitive dynamics theory is talking about the dynamics of a strategy. Your environments are changed, okay? And your competitions are changing, then you need to respond this. So your strategy will be changing too. Will be dynamics. Okay? This is competitive dynamics theory. So this is just, new competitive action. You can analyze it and respond it and analyze again, reaction, and going on and on. Yeah? This is a process. This is competitive dynamics. This is not one way, actually. You can go back and forth in any steps. Yeah. I'm not going to replicate each step. Okay? If you read that, then you can understand easily. That's pretty much about competitive dynamics. But the point is that types of competitive actions include strategic actions and tactical actions. Strategic actions, but the long-term plan, like a new market, new product, or something like that. Tactical actions, it's like doing price cutting, short-term things. Okay, so you can distinguish this. Then you don't have any problem. Okay. All right. Then you can read this. Okay, I'm not going to repeat this. Yeah, it's pretty much about this chapter 8. Okay. So we talked about some the 3 components of entrepreneurial activities. Why new ventures are different from big corporations. Why new ventures are more innovative. And there are some resources. Okay. And competitive dynamics theory. That's it. This is all about this topic. Very simple topic. So in detail, this is not simple, but at this level, we can just briefly talk about new ventures. We also talk about somewhat tariff issues, okay, involved with international business, because we didn't talk about it in the last time. Okay, that's pretty much about today's meeting. Okay. Any question, comments? If you do not have any question, comment, I'm going to conclude this meeting. Please make sure. So, no question, no comment? You okay? Please say yes. All right. Then on next Wednesday, we're going to have one more chapter, right? Innovation strategy. Then we're going to do some presentation, test, whatever. Then we focus on the simulations. Then focus on your performance. Okay? So the simulation is the application of your strategy, how to apply it in the specific context. So we can conclude this semester with the simulations. Okay, great. You did a great job. Okay, great discussions. Okay, I love it. Okay, so if you don't have any question, comment. I'm gonna see you on next Monday. Great job. Thank you for your discussions. All right, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Rogi. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you so much.